Aw. I don't give a shit. Wait, where you want to put it? Give you permission. I'm not yet. Cause I ain't done it yet, you stupid idiot. Not yet. Alright. BMR and Caleb. I'm a bring y'all up, but don't talk until it's time for you to do your thing. Yeah, Mason will. Wait, is Caleb on like console? Or is he on? PC? Okay, then you should be able to join. Why do I hear a car? Oh.
I've been given access to speak. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Ready. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proud we lead him? What's your twilight's last gleam? Was those bright and stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights over the ramparts we watch were so gallantly strewn. And the rocket triangle with the bombs bursting in air gave forms through the night. Now our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the and the home of the brave? Shut that hole! Just
Woo! Woo! Oh, that was an anthem.
Yeah, that was good.
Drivers in your car,
Yeah,
don't,
that was good.
don't start your engines yet. Wait, who's saying the command? I forgot who's saying the command.
It's Kayla.
Hey.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome USCO's very own Caleb.
Drivers, start your engines.
Alright, that was energetic right there. Put them on back to the offense.
Myself as well. BMR, come with me. Yeah. Engines are fired here in Las Vegas. We are ready to go for 400 miles tonight, 120 laps around this circuit. Shortly we'll be joined by BMR here in the booth. I am very excited for tonight's race.
Alright, you got me? Got me. All clear?
Yes, sir, I do got you. All right, so BMR, first two races of the season, Division I Series, kind of been letdowns, but tonight I think things are looking up. What are we expecting to see tonight?
I'm expecting hopefully some clean racing, no more crazy penalties, and I've been seeing a lot of warnings going on recently, and a lot of cautions. It's just been super sloppy. They start off super sloppy, and they normally don't pick it up till the end. So hopefully just having a good clean start race, and hopefully no more just sloppiness come out at the beginning.
Yeah, I surely agree. One thing that we have noticed in this new rules package this season is cars have really struggled to race side by side, and that is very unfortunate because all the testing that went into these cars. So, but I think, I think we're figuring it out. I think we're primed for a great race tonight. Our first of two races in our short little West Coast swing, as in a few days we will be headed out to Phoenix for that race, for our fourth race of the season. All right, now with all that being said, it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups. Taking his first pole of the season is the 18. It is Caleb, and to his outside is the 91 of Trey Rex 99. Row 2. We have the 32 of Crowdy. Alongside him is the 8 Queeg. And behind those two, in row 3, we have the 2 car of System subbing for Hobbs tonight, and Shmee in the 92. Row 4, we have the 15 of CJ making his first race, his first start of the season, and JJ to his outside. Then we have Luke in the 20 car and Sean in the 28. Rounding out the field tonight, we have the 6 car of April for Diva Motorsports. We are passing through pits. We are almost ready to go. We have been given the 1 to go as soon as they cross over the start-finish line here. So I guess it's time to make some predictions. Bimar, I'll start with you. Who are some guys that you are really looking out for tonight to either win this race or to contend up near the front?
Definitely one of my major picks tonight is Jackson. Yes, he didn't have as much practice, but we've seen how Jackson could be. He could sit there and have, even though, yes, not many people are biggest fan of him sometimes, but he is a very good driver when it comes to little practice and picking up throughout as the race goes on. He's definitely one of my major picks going in tonight. Definitely Caleb is somebody you got to watch. It's just hopefully if he can stay clear, he's definitely got a fast car. He looks really good in qualifying. Queeg, another guy to watch. That's probably my top three. I feel like could be main guys to watch tonight.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Jackson,
How about
his
you?
home track tonight, definitely has a little bit of extra motivation, but I like that 91 car of Trey. Not many points on the board this year. I think he's just looking to get a better start. Here they come off of turn 4. They are doubled up, entering the restart zone. Back in the gas. We are green here at Las Vegas. Very uniform start as they race down into turn 1.
See Caleb starting to already make that move as we already see Jax is trying to get to that bottom there, going through 1 and 2, coming into backstretch here.
Down the backstretch, Caleb still holding serve. 2 by 2 throughout most of the pack. Trey right to the back bumper of the 18. There is going to be a lot of multi-groove racing tonight. You're going to see a lot of movement from these drivers moving around depending on what groove is most preferred. Now we are going 3 wide for the lead here. Jackson on the bottom trying to take away the lead early.
And it's already look like it's definitely going to be a big battle. So you see Jackson, I can't really tell with the V-lag. Here it's kind of hard, but it looks like Jackson's going to go back up top.
Caleb still holding serve after 1 lap. He got back out to the lead after Jackson squirted out in front. 3 wide back here in the pack. System seemed to be dropping like a rock early. Jackson up into the wall. Going to lose a lot of momentum. And the benefactor of that is CJ and Queeg. And also,
Definitely, and there goes Queeg, like I said.
Also check that. I'm my bad. That is not Trey in the 91. That would be Zach, who won the season opening D2 race at Daytona. Look at CJ on the top, on the top side there.
CJ is looking really good. That's definitely somebody I would watch out for, even though he's definitely he's a sneaky contender. But as we see, Queeg, one of my picks, already starting to pull away a little bit. So we see Caleb. We got the 2 Chevy teammates fighting for the lead here.
2 Rowdy Nation Racing teammates right there. Queeg on point right now. The Season 5 Championship 4 contender. Absolutely storybook season back in Season 4. The run that he had through the playoffs. This guy, when he gets hot, look out. Because he is more dangerous than anyone in the field when he is on. Bit of a wall tap there. CJ now under fire for second from Jackson. Almost got turned there. But he is clear for now as the field's starting to get a little bit more uniform. Into turn 1.
Well,
CJ
a big question.
trying to rip the top line. Trying to get around Queeg. Close quarters racing here as they shoot down the back.
Well, Mason's definitely going to be a big question. Pit strategy. As we know, tire fall off is definitely going to be a major thing, especially with how these lines that most of the guys want to run are going to need that tire management. How do you feel like it's going to be a major thing in tonight?
I mean, I think pit strategy is always what wins and loses these races.
We seen last week, D2 race, I seen it was just a major pit strategy. The Ultra, yeah, it was Jack. It was another Jack. Jack, he made a really very good, the number 6 in the D2 race last week at Darlington, made a very good pit strategy against Dan's, which Dan's in pit had a very terrible pit strategy. He came back in and bit him, and was seeing that he was the winner last week after he ran away from him on fresher tires. I definitely think this track is going to come back and bite you if you don't have the right pit strategy. So we see a wall hit from CJ2K.
CJ does look very strong early on. Like I mentioned, this is his first start of the year. Some pretty lofty expectations, I would say, for CJ. Being that this is probably the best equipment that he has had so far in his Cup Series career. Almost a 2-year winless streak. As now we have a battle for third. Looks like Caleb and Jackson going side by side for it right now. And oh, Caleb up into the wall. That's going to lose him a lot of momentum. He's all over the back bumper of Jackson here. Both running the low lane here. You know, if you want to pass here, you cannot follow the car in front. You will lose all your momentum.
Do you think like this week's definitely going to be a harder passing track compared to last week, or what do you feel about that?
Absolutely, I think this would be. It's hard to pass almost anywhere, but Darlington, it is extremely hard to pass. As it looks like we have a pass for third.
I think they're
was
gonna
just mentioning it.
Oh,
Caleb shoots up into third. They cross the strike.
looks
here.
like
10 laps completed here in Las Vegas. CJ's still being held at bay by the 8 car of Queeg.
Looks like Queeg's starting to get a little bit of time on him. He's trying to get in that clean air. It looks like he's running that clean air good. Like I said, he was the main guy to really watch out until seeing Caleb had a very good hot lap during qualifying, but qualifying and during the race,
A little
he
bit
was
of a
two completely
disagreement
different
off of
things.
turn 4 there. It looked like the 18 got up into the 34, caused Jackson to get into the wall. Jackson, a very aggressive racer, probably not going to be too happy about that. He's now competing with Caleb for that third spot once again, trying to rip the high lane. High lane is not the preferred line around this track, but you build up enough momentum, could make a pass. Now we have a battle for the lead. Queeg has a mirror full of that 15 machine.
He's right there. Is he going to be able to get the pass coming out as we go into 1 and 2 here? 12 out of 35 in stage 1.
CJ lost a little bit of the nose there in turns 1 and 2 on the last lap. Now trying to wrap the bottom. Queeg seems to really wrap those higher lanes a lot better than anyone else I've seen in the field tonight. Now here comes Caleb right underneath of Jackson. He's going to push Jackson up into the wall. Side by side, door banging each other. Jackson gets a good run off the corner. And it looks like he will be able to clear for now. Jackson trying to rip that top lane, get away from the 18, and now they make more contact. Jackson, not very, he is not a happy camper, I would think, right now.
Oh, no. He's a major guy. You do something to him, he's going to come back, and he's going to try to fight for that. He's very aggressive. We see he got the pass on Caleb. Looks like Caleb's going to try to get back to him, but Jackson's going to pull away, and he's going to try to get in that battle for first and second here.
Caleb looks like he is now under fire from the 92. That would be Shmi, a bit of a dark horse contender for the chase, I believe. I believe a lot of people are overlooking this guy. He's had some decent speed early in the season, and actually, what's funny about this this race tonight is that we are guaranteed a new winner, as none of our previous 2 winners at Daytona or Darlington are in this field tonight. That would be Joseph and Chase.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they fight. As we know, points are going to be very, very valuable. It's going to be very hard to get as we have a new format, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So it's definitely going to be a major thing. You want to try to get good finishes, good stage points, while still staying clean, not getting penalties. You got to do what you can to stay there and be at the end of everything. And maybe you can be hoisting that trophy at the end of it.
Here comes Jackson on the bottom here. Yeah, you mentioned it. The chase format now. We are not racing. We are racing strictly for points now. There are no playoff points. There's no win and you're in anymore. This is just pure racing the way that God intended it. So missing races now, definitely a bigger penalty than in years past. And CJ is doing everything he can to hold off the cars.
Jackson's going to get a pass on the 18. Jackson got passed by the 18 while he was talking there. He got passed, and Jackson came back, forced him into the wall. Like you said, Jackson is a very aggressive driver. He will do what he can to get in that spot. Doesn't matter. He's going to be there.
Now it looks like the 2 OSI teammates are in a fight now. I believe this is for the 8th position. They're going to the back bumper of Crowdy here. Going to move him up out of the groove a little bit. Oh, we might go 3 wide here coming off of turn 4. As the 91 is going to push his teammate of Shmi, trying to push him past the 32 of Crowdy, but he's hanging in tough there on that top lane.
So see, Queeg is just slowly running away. Like I said, he is going to be a dangerous threat as of right now. He's looking really good in that longer, and as we know, hopefully we're expecting more green flag racing tonight, so we can maybe see some more green flag pit stop. Is it hasn't been too major so far in the season. It's been very much caution oriented, and it's just gonna be curious if we're gonna stay green, and maybe we'll see a little bit of those green stops tonight.
I can't remember the last time we've had a green flag run this long.
No,
Now we have a new
we
new driver in third. That'd be the 2 of System. Obviously, that 2 car usually driven by Hobbs. But this is exactly what Queeg wants to see. There's been a continuous revolving door in P2. And no one can seem to really get uniform and catch that 8 car right now. Obviously, Queeg, 1 win to his name in the Division 1 Cup Series, but it was a dominating win to catapult him into the championship for last year in Milwaukee. As we go through the field here a little bit, it looks like Crowdy has lost quite a bit of time. He has fallen back to P11. Now,
he was a major standout.
Now,
He was a
CJ,
major standout in D2.
What a
Where is he at?
What a run on the top side. He's going to get to the top side of System here. They are side by side as they go into turn 1. CJ, not in that preferred lane. But we'll see if maybe if he can keep System down there and maybe get a run off the corner. He's going to lose the nose a little bit. System will keep P3 for now. And now, don't look now. Jackson has gained a slight bit on the leader of Queeg as we come to complete lap 21.
Jackson has definitely been a dominant long run guy, and he is gaining time hard, as we seen last week in the D2. He was gaining major time trying to get that win. Then in D1 he was gaining time. He's a guy to watch out in the long run, as
Definitely
it ain't gonna matter. He's gonna be aggressive.
Definitely a guy that's been good on the long runs. The very few and far in between that we've had long runs. And if there's anyone that knows this track better, it's the hometown boy of Jackson. How much he would love to win at his hometown track tonight.
As we see, he's gaining time each lap on Queeg, as he is slowly. And if I'm Queeg right now, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous, as we know Jackson, he's going to force his way in there. He's not just going to be light on it. He's going to try to get you moved out the way so he could just go ahead and just blow right past you.
He's definitely gaining on him, and it's going to be an intriguing fight for the stage win. Jackson not racing for points tonight on a part-time schedule in the Division 1 Series. Obviously, one of our D2 players. Heartbreak for him last night. What looked like a surefire P2 was taken away from him post-race, and lost quite a bit of points because of it.
Definitely something you really don't want to see happen, as we see him gaining more time each and each lap. 10 to go now, as we should be, yeah, it would be 10 to go as we, wait, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain for a moment.
It's time to go. Now we have a big
It's 15.
battle here for 5th place. About 4 cars here going at it. You have Caleb, the 2 OSI cars, and you have JJ, who we have not mentioned tonight in that 29 Ford machine. JJ trying to split the middle of these 2 Toyota teammates. Caleb just trying to hold serve, trying to hold on to a stage point right now, as he's hurting in points right now. But here comes the 92 of Shmee, clearing those 2 other cars. Now trying to get by the 18 of Caleb.
System and CJ are fighting in the back here too.
Here we go, side by side now for 3rd place. These 2 are racing for points. CJ loses the car immediately. Oh, looks like we have some pit stops coming up now. Oh, and the 8 car of Queeg speeding on entry. Absolutely.
There's 2.
Everyone
2 or 3
speeds on
actually.
pit road. The 8 of Queeg, the 15 of CJ, and it looks like the 32 of Crowdy. So these 2 up in the front are more than likely going to miss out on stage points. That will be a drive-through for them.
That's a major break, as we see Jackson coming in here. Is he going to get a speeding? He looks clear so far, as I'm not seeing anybody else so far have a speeding. Everybody looks clear.
5 cars on pit road now. 34 of Jackson, the 2 of System, the 18 of Caleb, the 91 of Zach, and it looks like the 20 of Luke. Rookie to the Cup Series.
What a major break for the 8, 15, and 32 car. But it's still very early on in the race, and we have seen you can still come back at a lot of these tracks if cautious come at the right time. As we have two more speeding, Shmi in the 29, both speeding on pit road. It is not looking too good so far for them, as they will have to do a drop through.
Well, it looks like we're going to get some underdogs getting some stage points, as quite a few people, a lot of pit road troubles early on in this race. Definitely not something I was expecting personally, but it looks like it has come to pass. So it looks like in total we're going to have about 5 drive-through penalties. Absolutely brutal, especially for the 15 and the 8 car. 2 cars that were running up in the top 5 all night. The 8 car was just running away with the stage win.
He definitely had the stage win, as we see different strategies. I'm looking as so far right now, looking like Caleb. Caleb's looking pretty good, and Queeg, that 8 of Queeg there, he changed it up with his fuel. He didn't take as much as most people.
All for
compared to everybody else. They took a little bit more fuel.
All for not, though, for Queeg because of the speeding penalty. And now, the leader of the stage, that is the 34 of Jackson, who benefits from all of this. And Shmi has gotten another drive-through penalty. It's all going wrong.
On his drive-through. He got another drive-through penalty.
On his drive-through, he sped on his drive-through, so he's probably going to lose 2 laps, more than likely. Absolutely brutal. As we come to 5 to go now, and it looks like our order is as follows. It is Jackson in first, System in second, Luke in third, who is running in dead last, is a big benefactor of all this, and April Summers in fourth. April Summers, obviously really hurting for points right now. Looks like she's going to pick up a few very valuable stage points. Who would have seen that coming tonight? Four to go now. Jackson just absolutely just leaving everyone else behind. Now, Shmi is a lap down. He is in the lucky dog position. This is going to be really important to look out for. He's in the lucky dog position, but Jackson has his sights set on the 8 car right now. And if that 8 car goes a lap down, Shmi and Crowdy will more than likely both lose out on their laps.
So we see Jackson might have the chance to lap that 8 car here.
Yeah, that is a big battle, because the 2 others will not have a chance to get their lap back.
So he's going to fight strong as we're coming to 2 to go here in the stage 1.
Trying to find Shmi on track right now. I believe he is well ahead of Crowdy. Oh, no. Okay, so, pardon me, folks. There was actually an issue with scoring. Shmi is now 2 down, and Crowdy is in the lead lap position right now. So he is just hoping, praying that Jackson does not pass that 8 car. We come to 1 to go in the stage. About the 34 of Jackson. A benefactor of the Queeg speeding penalty. Looks like he is well on his way to win this stage.
As I said earlier, pit strategy and also being smart in the pits is going to be major. One mistake can cause everything to go wrong. See Jackson trying to get the pass. He's going to squeeze. Queeg is going to squeeze him up top as we come to the final lap. And your stage 1 winner would be Jackson, as we...
Queeg is going to be able to keep his lap. Crowdy is the lucky dog. Shmi, well, he's going to have to hope that everyone pits if he can wave around. So, big break there for Crowdy, who was one of the speeders initially. We will go red very quickly, and while they're doing that, I think it's a good opportunity to look at the points following the Darlington race. So let's flash the points up here on the screen just briefly. So, oddly enough, The points leader out of Darlington was still Joseph, who did not qualify in for the Darlington race. More than likely, we'll have a new points leader following tonight's race. But everyone in this top 3 here in the points, none of them made the Las Vegas race tonight. Shmi has a great opportunity to capture the points lead tonight. Zach is not here. Luke just picked up some stage points. Big opportunity for him tonight. But then you look at some of the guys near the bottom that are in this race. You have the JJs of the world. You have the CJ2K, who is only second to last in points. So CJ losing out on those stage points, absolute heartbreak for the driver of the 15. We will go back under pacing, and the pits will be open. I expect most of the drivers to come down pit road this time. So that is the points following Darlington there. Obviously, very early in the season. Very, very easy to turn your season around. So, but you cannot save your season with a win anymore like in previous years. Pits are open.
You have to be a consistent guy.
Looks like the pits are open. Everyone coming down pit road for their normal service. They're all led by Jackson. Like everyone getting on the pit road pretty clean. See some of those guys who elected to take less tires, maybe less fuel during the first cycle of pit stops. Might have to have more lengthy pit stops. Guys like the 18, the 34. As first off of pit road was actually, that's the 91 of Zach. Behind them, 2 other hot shots, both in Fords. The 29 of JJ, the 6 of April. And you have the 34 of Jackson and the 5 of Caleb. That is your top 5 off of pit road, and that's how they will run when we come back to the green flag here. Shmi did come back down pit road, did not take the wave around. He will still be scored a lap down. Pit road will be open for one more time. We'll see if anyone else elects to take extra service. Looks like we will not have that. So the first stage, 35 laps. This next stage will also be 35 laps, 55 laps, the final stage. And going to be interesting to see the strategy, especially if we get green flag racing like we did in stage 1. Also, another big development in the United Stock Car League rulebook was the reduction of field capacity, shortening it from 14 to 25. I mean, not, wait, what am I saying? 14 to 12. we shortened the field from 14 to 12. Pretty brutal, wouldn't you say, BMR?
I'm sitting here, I was reading a comment from Titler. I was trying not to laugh. Oh my gosh.
I don't even have the chat open.
No, he said, no, my mic sounded terrible. He said, now coming on is our next television program, the Adam Sandler. Come on, bro.
My mic really that bad? I don't know why it's doing that.
No, it's my mic. It's bad. My mic is terrible.
We're coming back to the green flag here to start stage 2. No incidents in stage 1. No crashes.
Knock on wood.
We'll see if we
Knock on wood.
Once again, April already trying to make it 3 wide going to turn 1. Didn't quite have the momentum for that. Jackson trying to push the 91 out to the lead. Get everyone clear there. Still 2x2 in most places. How about Sean throwing his name into the ring here? He's in 4th.
Jackson's going to get. As we see, Caleb's going to go to. We're going 3 wide for the lead.
3 wide. Caleb on the bottom. Jackson in the middle. 91 on the top. Jackson trying to squeak out there. They are all under a blanket here. 3x3, 2x2. They are side by side everywhere through this pack. Everyone is nose to tail. We have a spin. Looks like everyone saved it for the most part. That is the 20 of Luke, who finished 4th in stage 1. Absolutely brutal for him. Jackson, now you're leader. Caleb back in the fight, though, in P2. Almost was put 3 wide off of turn 4. Here comes CJ back into the picture, running P5. At 15, got some extra horses under the hood, it looks like. That thing is sporty. Now they're going to go 4 wide here for a split second in the exit of turn 2. The 91 is falling back now. He is bleeding positions, one might say.
As we get an April 1 warning. Beautiful.
Now here's a battle for 4th position. Look at CJ absolutely carving his way through the field like a hot knife through butter. Now it looks like Jackson's going to be under a bit of pressure from the 18 of Caleb. I believe Caleb not even on the point standings yet. I believe this is also his first start of the season, the first race he has qualified into. Losing the nose a little bit there. Under fire now from JJ. And JJ, this is a name that has not been heard a lot in the USCL as of late. One of the original drivers, won a few races, and disappeared for a few seasons, decided to run it back and come back for season 5. But it looks like he's going to be put down 1 position by CJ. That 15 car looks very sporty tonight. Jackson's still in the lead. Caleb in second. JJ just got around CJ for 3rd. Something happened to CJ while we were not looking. He has bled a lot of positions back into P10 with Queeg, one of the other contenders for this race. They're going to go 3 wide here off of turn 2. Sean trying to rip the top. 3 wide down the backstretch between these 3. 2 Chevys and a Toyota at the bottom. Oh, CJ gets forced below the apron. Going to have to gather it back up there. Definitely would not be happy about that. Now here comes Crowdy. Getting below CJ, he's going to complete the pass. CJ went from the top 3, looked like a contender for the lead, all the way back to P9, it looks like. Now Crowdy up a few positions. Not a great start to the race for him. One of the guys who had a speeding penalty during green flag pit stops. Queeg trying to get clear of the 28 of Sean. He will do just that. Let's give a quick shout out. How about April Summers here, running in P3? I've not seen this kind of speed from her almost ever. Her 2 wins of her USCO career both came at bigger, more super speedway type of tracks. 1 win at Talladega, and that same season got a win at, I believe it was Michigan. So big shout out to April Summers, having one of the best races of her career that I can recall.
See, Jackson and Kate. Looks like Caleb's going to be trying to fight for that 1st position coming up here.
Yeah, Caleb, a guy who didn't even make the first 2 races, showing this type of speed, definitely something that, definitely a positive for this Rowdy Nation Racing team, the 8 and the 18 respectively.
You see Caleb's gaining time every single lap as we were coming to lap 49 out of 70 in stage 2 here. He's getting closer as we're coming to that lap 49 here. Caleb's going to try. Looks like he's going to try to go to the bottom here.
Half a car length back off of Jackson here. And when you're making these passes, especially in a spread out pack like this, it's all about your lane selection. Where do you want to go to try to build up some momentum? The top lane obviously not being the preferred lane. Got to build up some momentum somehow, because you can't just follow in that 34's tracks, otherwise you will not be able to pass it. The gap stays about even here, and the field is pretty uniform. No cautions yet tonight. Really no big spins at all. And here comes Caleb trying to wrap that bottom here. Still about half a car length off of that 34. We'll ride on board with him here. We lost quite a bit of time to Jackson, trying to gain it all back now. Now, right now, with not a lot going on in the race, now it seems like a perfect time to crank it up. "54 laps now completed here in Las Vegas. The hometown boy, Jackson, looking for a storybook win tonight. It's looking pretty good for him right now. That 34 seems like it is the best car on track right now.
Very much looks like, as we know, when he gets hot, it's very hard to stop him, as we clearly see that now. He's just been running away from this pack, because this is very much his home track, and like I said earlier, once he gets used to it, it's going to be hard stopping him.
Definitely one of the guys that's pretty good at hitting his marks once he gets used to it. And we did actually have a pit stop during our little cranking up session, and the first one to dive down to pit road looked like it was the 15 CJ2K, trying to play a little bit of strategy here. Bit of an undercut. We can see Jackson compared to him, really low on fuel right now. We'll see if he tries to stretch to the end of the stage. They're about 20 laps into this run right now. Just doing the math in my head, I don't think any of these guys are going to make it. I believe it's going to be the same as stage one. Everyone is going to be making a visit to pit road for their service. It's all about, can you get in and out clean? Can you get in and out of there fast? No penalties, as I believe DMR, we're going to see a lot of guys take their pit road entry pretty easily after they saw what was going on in that first stint.
Oh, for sure. We'll definitely see as it continuously goes on here.
Here's the 2-car of System trying to get around the 18 of Caleb. System really fast in the D2 race last night, but actually was the first one to the line, but post-race also got a penalty and got the win taken away from him. He went to the bottom of Caleb, as Caleb with a big run down the backstretch, trying to get back to the 2 underneath him, side by side, coming off of turn 4. Caleb back in the P2. Now just 12 laps to go in this stage. A lot of these guys running low on fuel. You look at all of these guys that have not yet made a pit stop. 20% fuel, 20% fuel. It's going to be interesting to see who will make their pit stop first.
And it's definitely going to come down to, you have to be smart and watch your speed into the pits. As we've seen, it can definitely affect you. As you're seeing, Queeg is starting to been crawling his way back up there. He's back up to 6th, but it definitely hurt him a lot. We still have a decent amount of time left in this race, but as we've seen, there's little things can add up and definitely hurt your race, and definitely, as we know, points are a major thing you can't miss out on.
He's sick, like you mentioned, for Queeg, trying to contend for some stage points here. And it's been, once again, a revolving door in second. It's been the 2-car of System and the 18-car of Caleb jostling back and forth for position. And the 29 of JJ just kind of sitting there and watching it all happen. Hoping that these two make a mistake. We now have 10 laps to go. Still no pit stops out of any of the leaders. 9 laps to go now. Jackson continues to show the way. I believe only one D1 win before Jackson. That came in the season 4 opening race in the Daytona 500. But has not been able to get back to victory lane in the D1 series. But a regular in the D2 series, pretty fast in the D2 series as well. Definitely.
I think
Definitely going to be a championship.
Oh, for sure, and he definitely has a chance to possibly get that win tonight. As we've seen, he's been really strong. I mean, he definitely has a very strong chance if he could stay out of trouble, making sure he does really good on this pit road. Looks like we might have some comers here soon, as we are coming to 8 to go here. It's just seeing if people are going to try to stretch it out. As actually, we have Sean. Sean's in the pits currently. It looks like that's our only car in the pits so far. As actually, Queeg is calming down.
Second car in this cycle to come down pits. And now Queeg also trying a bit of an undercut here. Jackson obviously has been very strong, but also has not had to deal with some of the faster cars tonight. Queeg obviously been buried, lost all that track position. CJ had a moment, lost a lot of his track position. And now with more and more people coming to pit road, it looks like it's going to force these guys' hands. Now here comes Caleb down pit road, running top 5 all night. Also one of the guys who had a speeding penalty in stage 1. So he'll come down for his service.
As now it's just going to be a major strategy. What is Jackson going to do? Is he
Here
looks like he's going to go ahead and come down.
And it looks like Systems, the car running P2, is going to come in with him here. They both get it. Whoa, down. Looks like April missed the pits. Oh, a huge mistake by the 6 car of April. She was having such a great run. And looks like she's going to have to pit next time around, but that's going to lose her a lot of time. Jay, there will not be a fun race after.
And we look and we see Sean. Sean's definitely not a name we really haven't been mentioned tonight. He's trying his best to be a lucky dog, but it's just not looking like it's one of those nights for him.
I believe he gets laps back. And we do have a speeder on pit road. That is the 29 of JJ. The second penalty of the night, I believe. And April, after missing the commitment line her first time trying to pit, she now speeds. So that is, I believe, 2 penalties on this.
Looks like a lot of people took less fuel trying to stretch it out to end the stage. Looking at some of the guys who came in, guys like Jackson at 20%. We look at I think Crowdy took 40. Some people took 20. JJ took 20. Some people took 50. Some people took 20.
A lot of these guys looking for splash and goes, looking for stage points right now. And that's a great strategy and all, but also you got to think about when these guys come back down pit road, they're going to have more lengthy pit stops because they're going to need more fuel. So I'm looking at guys that took more fuel. Guys like Queeg right here, who is running in the 5th position, who is probably more likely to have a shorter pit stop than some of our leaders here.
It's all about different strategies. As we see, people have their certain stretches and what they're going to do here. As is going to keep as we're coming to 3 to go here.
2 to go now. Jackson once again dominating this stage. What a dominant performance so far for the driver of the Front Row Motorsports 34 car. Can he finally get his long-awaited win at his home track? Running second is the 2 car of System. Then we have the 15 of CJ, the 4 of Queeg, and the 5 of JJ, who I believe got a speeding penalty. I don't know how he's up here. Unless his penalty was clear, of course. White flag for Jackson. Trying to sweep the stages here tonight. Obviously not even racing for points, but with the introduction of owner's points, who knows? Maybe that 34 car will have a reason to celebrate come season's end. Might not be the driver's championship, but it's something. Off of turn 4. Absolute clinic so far tonight for Jackson. He went stage 2. System in P2. How about CJ? What a drive from the field. Same with Queeg, P3 and P4 respectively for both of them.
Very much.
For the second time tonight, no incidents have occurred on track yet tonight.
Knock on wood. 9 times out of 10, it will probably happen this stage.
Well, before our last stage starts, let's give our ones to watch. Amar, I think I already know your answer, but who are you looking at this last stage in particular?
I got Jackson. Jackson's been a very strong guy. He's been really smart. He's been really smart on his pit strategy. He's been doing what he can to stay up front, and he is a constant leader. If you give him that chance, he is going to go. What about you, Mason?
I think, personally, I'm actually looking at this 15 car of CJ. That 15 looks really sporty right now. He's hungry to get some points on the board. Impressive drive to the field so far. And to the front, to the back, had a penalty, but he's seemed to really keep his head throughout the entire thing. So, very impressed with him right now. And now that he has some track position, I'd like to see what he can do with this. My eyes are on this 15. Oh, we're going to take a bit of a break as we are under red flag here at Las Vegas. We'll be back on the USC. We are back here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 2 stages down. The dominant car looks to be that 34 Grillos Pickle Machine of Jackson. And he's been sweeping the 2 stages. A little bit of storyline to report to y'all. The 15 car of CJ in the 92 of Zach. No, not the 92. That'd be the 91 of Zach. Seemed to have a bit of a disagreement off track, as you can see in the chat, BMR.
Oh yes, I did see a little bit of that, and it's definitely gonna raise a little bit of tension as we go on. As we know, it's the last stage, tensions are gonna rise, so it's definitely we're gonna see how it plays out.
These guys are gonna be going for it for sure. Everything will be put on the line here in stage 3, so we'll see how those two race. Separated by about 5 positions right now, but they were voicing their displeasure at each other. The 15 of CJ seems to always find himself in some sort of controversy with other drivers, whether it be Trey last year, me last year as well. I've had my fair share of disagreements with CJ, but glad to see that he's doing well today. That 15 car was very, very sporty tonight, like I said, on the broadcast. And I really do think he's going to be a player. So pits are gonna open, I believe, when we do go back to yellow flag conditions. So it's going to be interesting to see guys who took more fuel or guys who pitted earlier. I think we're going to see a big shakeup after these pit cycles here at BMR.
I definitely do. Bless you. I definitely think we will as it goes on. Pit cycles and everything are definitely going to matter with the green. If it does stay green, we have seen a lot more green flag stops for once. Something we rarely have seen recently because of how many cautions we have seen in recent races so far this season.
Yeah, definitely the first 2 races of the season, more caution filled for sure. The last race at Darlington, a disaster. Not the greatest weekend for the USCL in terms of racing. One of our biggest weekends of the year. Obviously, crown events. Definitely, it's very frustrating to see that kind of racing go down. But I think we've seen a lot cleaner racing tonight. Better racing, that's up for you to say. But it definitely has been clean. I think these guys are cutting each other a lot of breaks, so we'll see what happens in this last stage. Definitely a lot cleaner than last night's.
Very. From what I heard, it was a mess.
See last night, some decent racing, but you got those guys in the back.
Should be going under caution here.
We've got 2 yellow conditions. The reason for the red flag is reportedly had a wild squirrel loose in turn 3. So animal control pretty wide and captured that sucker. The traction now of 3 rolling cars. Go back to pacing here on lap 71. Pit road's going to be open this time, Yamar.
Alrighty. As we see coming in, it's definitely, a lot of people have been super good about it. Now it's just going to be seeing, it's crunch time. You can't afford to have those mistakes, or people are going to make those mistakes, as we've seen a lot of penalties so far tonight. A lot of drive-throughs.
We'll see if
I feel like we're definitely going to see more.
see if we'll get any speeders. Definitely a lot easier to get on pit road under yellow. Chance for speeding goes down significantly. But yeah, everyone coming down pit road. The 92 of Shmi, I believe, is still a lap down. You'd have to correct me on that, BMR. I'm not looking at the ticker right now.
I want to say so, yes.
Maybe look at the leaderboard or something. Everyone in their pit stalls. We'll see who has the shorter stops. Looks like the guys. I mean, at this point, you're filling up on everything. Looks like JJ had a short stop. Same with the 28 of Sean. JJ is going to win the race off pit road. Sean in second. Luke in third. Jackson fourth. System fifth. I'll round out our top five. Some slow pit stops for cars like the 6, the 32, the 15. Some rough pit stops for them, especially for guys that I thought would have shorter services. Definitely very interesting. But
It's definitely going to be interesting. Shakes.
so yeah, we have two guys that are a lap down. That would be the 6th of April and the 91 of Zach. Now, Trey not being here, obviously, but Trey usually pilots that 91 car. So, definitely going to be something to watch. Trey, a guy that I had as a surefire championship contender. A bit of a slow start to the year for him, BMR. Maybe a bit of a championship hangover.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's been kind of rough on him, but I mean, it's definitely a big change. Like I said, a lot of people are still trying to get used to the newer stuff that we have had implanted, so it's definitely going to be very, very hard to come off of what he had compared to the different setups we had from last year, but I definitely think once he gets the groove of it, he will be very competitive.
Now we will choose this time. The 29 takes the bottom, 28 in second. They're trying to take the top there. A lot of cars actually opted for the bottom there. That's going to allow guys like CJ and Crowdy to jump up. A lot of positions on track. It's the beauty of the choose rule there. 29 of JJ, longtime stalwart in the USCL, running it back here in Season 6. Going to take us to the green flag. We're racing here for the final stage. What a restart there by CJ2K, trying to put it 3 wide here for second place. Trying to push that 28 of Sean by. Here comes Luke. Oh, they're all under a blanket right now.
Like I said, a lot of people are going to get super aggressive as it is the last stage. As you see, Jackson is up there making moves.
Already.
They are...
P4. Out of the
They're
pits,
going...
already making some big moves, like you mentioned.
As we see Queeg, we see guys that we've seen guys that fell back on stupid penalties that they should have never caused. As we see Jackson, Queeg, Caleb, as we see some of the guys that were just up front slowly falling off.
They squeeze. They're all going to get out of it scot-free. Here comes the 15 of CJ, catapulting into third place. And here comes the 92 of Shmi, a lap down early.
And Sean almost put somebody in the wall there. He almost put the 20 in the wall there.
Looks like they're all going to get out of it pretty cleanly. How about the 92 of Shmi, catapulting up to third place. And now here comes the 91. 91 to 15, obviously disagreements on track earlier. We'll see how they race each other. Oh, he's going to park it in front of the CJ. CJ definitely not happy with the actions of the 91 right now. He's right to his back bumper as they dive down to turn 3. He's going to get under the 91 here. And he's going to put him in the wall. But that might have been more of Jackson there. They're leaning on each other as they cross the start-finish line. The 91 has walled the 15. Oh, man, that was deliberate. I don't think the officials are going to like that one there, BMR. Oh,
it is getting crazy. Oh, somebody almost gets turned.
15 of CJ saved it. What an impressive save. Now Queeg trying to block the 28. Take away the nose on that car. Queeg fell all the way back here into the clutches of the rest of the pack. Now he's going to try to work his way forward. JJ continues to lead with the 2-car of System hot on his tail. Shmi trying to gain on both of these, but behind Shmi, the dominant car of the race, the 34 of Jackson. April finds herself back in the top 5. What a race it's been for her.
As we see JJ and System, guys that we really... JJ is a guy we really haven't talked to.
Sorry to step on your toes.
God.
She is not in 5th. She's still a lap down. Forgot all about that.
Yeah, yeah, your mic is glitching severely on my end.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Looks like System gets the pass. We have a new leader.
Battle for the lead here.
Never mind.
JJ trying to roll that top lane, get a bit of momentum off. He clears the 2 for now. JJ rolling that bottom though. Trying to get back to him. Right on his bumper now. These two have checked out from the rest of the field. System obviously knows how to get around this place. One of the best cars last night in the D2 race. Obviously was not the one doing burnouts in victory lane, but by technicality, he was the first one to take the checkered flag, and now he's trying to get back underneath the 29 of JJ here as they run side by side. Are they side by side? I can't tell because of all the speed lag.
Yes, they are. System takes the lead here. I can't even tell what's going on.
JJ.
Looks like System took the lead here.
JJ got a run, got to his outside, rolling that top lane very well. I have not seen a lot of that tonight. System trying to clear, not quite. Their door banging as they go down the back straightaway. And here comes the 92 of Schmid out of nowhere. Shot out of a cannon. Now he wants to try to battle for this lead. The rest of the field is caught up to these two, racing so hard. Schmid trying to push the 2 car.
And here,
of JJ.
And here comes our flawless guy. Here comes Jackson, your stage 1 and stage 2 winner. He's slowly catching up to that pack here. As we have a lap, looks like. Yeah. This view lag is making it hard to see anything.
How about, let's go back to the 15 of CJ. It looks like he is trying to drive his way back through the field. Up a few positions. It'll be interesting to see what he does when he gets back to that 91 car. System still has the lead over JJ now, but JJ still hot on his tail. Running order goes as the 2-car System, the 29 of JJ, the 92 of Schmid, the 18 of Caleb, and the 34 of Jackson, our stage 1 and 2 winner. JJ just can't seem to get around that 2-car now. That 2-car, that car hit clean air. It's starting to take off now. We see CJ here making a pass on Sean for 6th place here, but Sean got a good run off the corner. He's gonna clear CJ again. These two have been battling it out the last couple of laps. CJ running that top lane. As a run's gonna get around the 28 of Sean now. Impressive pass there. Now he's just trying to get back up to his nemesis in that 91 car. Gonna be interesting to see how they race each other. Is now the 29 car of JJ. He's fallen back into the clutches of the rest of the leaders. Here comes Caleb now making a move to the bottom of the 92 car of Schmid, and the 18 car goes around off the nose of Schmid. He's going to come back down, collect no one else. Caution waves for the first time for Cause tonight.
And that's definitely going to be a massive break for Jackson. That's something he was probably really hoping for. As now, this is going to switch up the strategy here. What do you do? Do you stay out or do you go into pits here, as pits are now open?
Well, I was going to say that the strategy I was going to take if that thing went green was to split it in half. Now we're kind of in a weird window. This is a weird time for a caution to come out, because I believe if you pit now, you still cannot make it to the end. So we'll see how many people come out. Do you take track position right now, but you will be at a tire disadvantage? I would stay out if I were the 6 and the 92 here to get your, I mean, not the 92, the 91 to get their laps back. Looks like April will be staying out to get her lap back. Other than that, everyone coming down pit road this time. Actually, the 91 has the free pass, so everyone will be on the lead lap when we go back green here. But yeah, that incident there,
Looks like it.
That incident there, couldn't get a good replay of it, but it just looks like everyone fighting for space. 18 car got a little bit too greedy. Wrecked himself. You know, we knew the intensity would turn up, and like I said, the first caution for cause tonight.
Looks like April with the stay out here.
April,
Going bold, staying out.
April stayed out to get a lap back.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
I don't know if I mean, I thought I said it. But. Anyway, the race off of pit road, Jackson gains a lot of his track position back, now in P2, but coming out in front of him was the 92 Shmi. What a race that he's been. He's been kind of fluttering around that top 5 range all night. Now he has the track position. We'll see how that 92 does with a little bit of clean air, but that 34, you can't let him get to the lead, because then it might be goodbye from there on out. The 20 of Luke finds himself in P3. Queeg back in the conversation in P4. System in P5. Sean in 6th. CJ in 7th. JJ in 8th. Crowdy in 9th. Caleb in 10th. And that would be April Summers in 11th. And then getting the free pass was the 91. So the 91 should be in 11th, I believe, if he got the free pass. So everyone will be on the lead lap as we go back green here with just under 40 to go. Absolutely beautiful facility here, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Deep in the desert here. Place where I lost hundreds of dollars gambling only a few months ago. Unfortunately, Joseph had to take the company card away from me because I kept on going back to the ATM machine.
Even though we yelled at you multiple times.
On the front stretch. Back to the restart zone. Back in the gas. We're racing again here at Las Vegas. Pretty even start from the 2 leaders. We'll see if anyone jumps out of line. There's CJ there trying to split the middle of 3 wide here.
It looks like he almost tried to go 3 wide.
Up, and look at the benefactor, the 8 car of Queeg, who was dominant in that first stage. 8 car back on point.
Like I said, he's definitely a guy to watch. He was definitely a very strong long-gun runner, just like Jackson. Jackson gets in a wall here with CJ. CJ, also another car that's been super strong all day, as you said. That was definitely one of your stronger picks.
Yeah, definitely, had a hell of a restart there. Now battling for P5 with the 20 car of Luke. And now you have Shmi trying to get back underneath. We're going to go 3 wide here for, I believe this is P4. System looked to the bottom there, decided not to go for it. Still looks like he's conserving some of his stuff. Big battle here for P2 as the 92 has a mirror full of the pickle car. That'd be the 34 of Jackson. He wants to go. The dominant car of the night, he does not want to wait. He wants to get back out to that lead.
And you want to take control as fast as you can as he's shoving them up the track.
Shoves the 92 into the wall. They're 3 wide once again for P4. That's CJ there squirting out in front of this little pack here. That's the 20 of Luke in P5. The 91 of Zach in P6. They're all going to push up here a little bit off of turn 4. They're all going to keep it clean. They're all nose to tail here. Some great racing going on all over the track here. We look further back in the pack. Man, you want to talk about Crowdy in that 32 car. It has been a miserable day for the driver of the Bass Pro Shops machine.
Definitely not one of his best days, but I mean, you just got to take it as what you can here.
Not one of his finer performances. One of the more consistent drivers in the USCL. And consistently inconsistent tonight. Now look at that 8 car. Opening up about a 10-20 car length gap over the 34. Man, he was great in stage 1, but he found himself into clean air. And now, it's him and the 34 running 1-2. So I want to see what these two can do on a longer run. If we will get a long green flag run. How much they will battle. But also, don't look now. The 15 throwing his hat in the ring. 92 gets into the wall. Easy pass for the 15 of CJ. He is now in podium position. He's going to try to track down Jackson for that P2 spot.
If you're a Queeg, you are very happy in the situation. It's giving you a chance to actually get a little breathing room, but you can't stay too complacent. As we know, Jackson gets stronger. As we see, he's gaining even more. He's getting closer to his back door as we're coming to the checkered, coming up to 95. 595. Oh my gosh, can't speak.
31 laps to go here. Jackson gaining on that 8 car. Slowly reeling him in, trying to keep him at bay here. And he's about 2 car lengths off there. Man, I just talked about the big gap that Quegan opened up to that 34 car. And now, here he comes. Jackson, dominant car of the race. He gets into the wall. He's going to lose a lot of momentum there. Now here comes the 15 of CJ. About a car length back off the 34. Now CJ under fire here from the 92 of Shmee. Trying to look underneath him here. Man, what a rubber banding effect from some of this field. You get side by side for way too long, everyone will just catch right back up. Shmee, definitely been one of the more quiet cars tonight. Just been kind of hanging around that top 5 range. Went a lap down earlier in the race because of a speeding penalty, but what a recovery drive for driver 92, Shmee. Now here comes CJ right in the back bumper of Jackson. Trying to look to take P2 away from him and get up to Queeg.
As like we said earlier, it looks like the pit strategy might be coming into effect soon. As we know, they can only go for so long on fuel. Fuel has been a major thing at this track. We're definitely going to see at least one more green flag pit stop coming up.
Jackson shuts the door there, and CJ, he is charging hard. CJ saying, I gotta go. I gotta get up to this 8 car. Jackson just holding him at bay right now, taking away his line, taking away all air off the nose of that car, making sure that he does not take away P2, because Jackson also believes that he is the best car in this race as we stand currently. CJ, it's all about the line selection here. See where you can build up your momentum, build up your runs. Because both of these guys are...
Looks like he's going to push him here.
They're catching a lot on the 8 car. Looked like the 34 was attempting to hook the 15. I don't think he was too thrilled about being put up into the wall there. But CJ had enough. And now here he comes. Just a car length back off of Queeg now.
It's going to be 1, 2, 3 battling for the lead, it looks like, here coming up.
3 of the best cars, I think, all night. CJ, one of my picks. Oh, CJ sideways. Saves it there. He just put the 34 into the wall.
Here comes System on the bottom.
How about System? Shot out of a canyon there. 3-car battle for P2 here. The 2-car will take P2 here. Now I think CJ really upset with the 34. They're door banging each other as they go into turn 1. Emotions.
He's going to shove him up the track.
Heating up here. The 34 shoving the 15 up into the track, into the wall. CJ not happy at all.
Here comes Caleb.
Now Caleb, man, these two got to get it figured out because they're getting swallowed up by the entire field. Pause. CJ trying to run that outside lane. He is not happy right now. I can assure you, he is not a happy camper. 24 laps to go here. And Queeg love to see that. 2 of the strongest cars all night just absolutely cannibalizing each other. System, a big benefactor of all of that. Now he is in P2.
Looks like April coming out the pits. As we had all the action going on, April came into the pits, got fuel, and looks like she is going to be able to last through the rest of the race here.
So yeah, very interesting strategy here from April. I was just about to talk about the pit strategy. How early do you come? How early do you come down pit road? Do you try to undercut it, see how much track position you can gain, but then your tire advantage will start to go away towards the end of that race. So it's going to be...
Looks like Shmee might have to come in soon.
I mean, everyone right now, it's just a war of attrition at this point. Because these pits, it's going to shuffle the order around, and You know, I think if you're a guy further back in the pack, you got to try something lucrative, something to gain some sort of track position and be a contender here at the end of the race. We'll see if anyone tries anything.
Jackson, if you've been watching, he's slowly been gaining back up on system. As we've seen, he has a very fast car, but he's been in a little bit too much trouble getting into issues with other drivers. As we see, Caleb's going to be falling right behind.
Yeah, Caleb now falling into the clutches of the 15 car of CJ. CJ trying to get back up to P2 after that really fierce battle with the 34. Like I said, CJ just seems to always find himself in the middle of drama. He's a magnet to it.
Queeg has been really, really consistent today. He has had a very good car. He's just been playing it smart. He's fought back all the way from being a lap down, and now he has a chance to maybe win this race. He's going to have to make one more stop.
I think he was just a guy.
No, he never got a lap down. Yeah. He never. I was
early.
Somebody. Yeah.
Great recovery drive. 20 laps to go now, coming to 19 here at Las Vegas. All of these guys are going to have to pit. So it's all about who comes when. Can you execute on pit road?
One mistake can ruin it all. Major mistake.
You don't want to make mistakes, but also you want to be aggressive on your pit road entry. You want to make up as much time as possible. Like I said, it's a war of attrition right now. It's give and take right now. So it's going to be interesting to see these strategies play out. We'll see if anyone can get a jump on the rest of the field. April's strategy, definitely a bit interesting. I think she'll be able to make up some time, but she was so far back in the pack, I think it'll all even itself out towards the end. Now it looks like we have a battle, a three-car battle almost, for the third position here. Caleb tracking down that 34 car of Jackson. Caleb, another guy, has been sneaky fast tonight, just has not had the results to show for it. About half a car length off of the 34. He gets a good run down here, down the front straightaway here. No one else, I believe.
As you see, Caleb's back. Caleb's back up to Jackson's door here.
Comes Caleb here, running the bottom. I think I need to turn my mic. Hold on. Is that good? You still hear me all right?
Yep.
Caleb now. Trying anything and everything to get around that 34 card. CJ starting to fall back a little bit. System now gaining a little bit of time on that 8 car. It's going to be interesting to see where these two leaders pit because they have both checked out from the rest of the field. System only about 5 car lengths back from that 8 car.
Caleb gets the pass on Jackson. Jackson is just falling off here as he's going to pull it into the pits here.
Jackson, the first one of the contenders.
Shmee is going to come in with him too.
It looks like we do have a speeder on pit road.
And JJ.
That would be JJ.
JJ.
Led some laps earlier in this race. Tough break for the 29 car, but the 92 of Shmee, the 34 of Jackson, both on the pit road right now. We'll see if that forces the hand for the rest of the field. Looks like we have a few more, maybe just one more taker. That would be the 15 of CJ. See if he gets it woed down. Good pit road entry. Again, how aggressive are these guys on pit road entry? Seems like the 77 got a little bit too overzealous there. We'll see if the 15 can get out cleanly here. Running in the top 5 basically all night. See if we have any more takers. And now we have a battle for the lead. System right on the back bumper of the 8 car of Queeg. They race down into turn 1. This is going to be interesting with pit stops coming up because both these guys still do have to pit. We have 13 laps to go here.
System's right on his. He's right there. He's gonna
get underneath the 8 car here. Eight got back out in front there just momentarily. Still no more takers down. Oh, never mind. We have the 20 car of Luke who's come in and out and done his service. Got another pitter, that's the 32 of Crowdy. We'll see when these two leaders come down pit road. And I'm looking at that 34 car of Jackson and the 92 of Shmia, where they pitted. We'll see how big the undercut is for these guys. And it looks like Queeg trying to get the pit road. And he will get there safely. And the 18 of Caleb is going to miss the commitment line. Heartbreak for the 18 who was a contender all night. He's going to lose a lot of time there. We have a speeder. That would be the 28 of Sean. Queeg got onto pit road. Was an aggressive pit road entry. In his box safely.
That was all of.
Man. Oh. That is a tough break for the 18. Saw his teammate coming down one to pit with him. Just could not get it woed down in time. Now here comes the 2 car of System.
As we see System.
Oh boy. Well, it's going to be interesting to see where all of this shakes out. As now almost all of our leaders have started to pit now. 10 laps to go here. Our current leader is Dak, but he is running on fumes currently. And it looks like he will take it down pit road this time. System coming off of pit road. I believe he is to assume control of this race here, but he has a hungry pack of cars behind him. Here comes the 8 car of Queeg. Huge run on the 2 cars. They come down the backstretch. And System tried to block down to the apron. What a pass from Queeg. He's back on point. New leader, 8 car after that entire pit cycle. You saw how dominant he was in stage 1. New leader, 8 of Queeg with 9 to go here in Las Vegas. '91 now coming off of pit road. He's actually going to gain quite a bit of track position here from staying out long. What a strategy there for the 91 car there. So we talked about Trey's point situation earlier this race, BMR. That's definitely going to help him quite a bit.
It definitely will if he could stay up there as we see Jackson slowly gaining. This race is still not over. A caution may come out as we have seen. Tensions have definitely been flaring as you see Crowdy, a name that hasn't been
How about Crowdy? A guy who hasn't even been sniffing the top 5 at all. Now finds himself late in the race, could potentially steal a good result here. I talk about it. This man is the model of consistency here. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that this guy was having the worst race of his life tonight. But still, kept working at it, kept making adjustments to the car, and now he's not only in the top 5, he's battling for P4 with Jackson. And just behind them is the 15 of CJ, who was my pick. Seems to have fallen off quite a bit now. 6 laps to go. Queeg still way out in front. A little bit of pressure from the 29 car. That would be JJ, who is a lap car now. A lap down, was up front a little bit earlier in this race. Has fallen off since then. Oh, it looks like he's going to be walled here by the 29. Yeah, definitely something to look out for here. That 29 should just be conceding positions here. And also a development, apparently on the radio. Jackson saying that he forgot to take tires. So we'll see if that rubber can last him until the end of the race. But now here comes System. Wow, he was shot out of a cannon there right on the back bumper of Queeg. Out of nowhere.
This race isn't over.
It was not over.
We're coming to 4 to go here.
About a second back once they got out of pits. It's now just these two. They have checked out from the rest of the field. It is these two now, mono leaning on each other into turn 2. Queeg trying to roll that top line. System, now your leader, back into P1. Queeg, I don't think, is done for just yet, however. one thing that BMR has alluded to many times tonight, this race is far from over. 3 laps to go. 2 car lengths separate these 2 leaders. System subbing for Hobbs tonight, who could not make it. System has been having quite the weekend, I would say so myself. He is just widening that gap between him and Queeg. Turns 3 and 4. Queeg just trying to find any sort of speed that he can. System is just, he's gone almost. 2 laps to go. Time running out for the A car of Queeg.
What a drive by System. System stay clean, stay consistent as Jackson. What a storyline for him tonight. Your stage 1 and stage 2 winner as we're coming to a white flag here.
Yep.
What a heartbreak for him.
P3 for Jackson, though. Still's going to get a pretty good result out of it. Here's System now, coming off the turn 4. He sees the white flag. 1 lap to go here from Las Vegas. Queeg is now falling about 10 car lengths back. No pressure here. Just 4 perfect corners left here for the 2 car. What a run he had there at the end of the race. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Still no pressure. System got the win taken away from him last night, post-race. He had a little bit of revenge on his mind tonight. He comes off turn 4. He's going to see the checkered flag. System wins it in Las Vegas.
What a heartbreak for
What a
Jackson.
race there at the end. And you're talking about Jackson. What a heartbreak there for Queeg. Such a fast car in stage 1. Lost a lot of track position. As soon as he got it all back, and it looked like he was on his way to his 2nd victory of his career, he will have to settle for runner-up position.
Queeg had a strong car, but it's just crazy. All it took was 1 mistake. Like I kept mentioning, all it takes is just 1 little pit road mistake, and it can ruin your whole races.
How about System?
Front tires.
A guy, definitely his first D1 win. Might be his first win in the USCL, if someone can fact check me on that. Yeah, System subbing for Hobbs tonight. I bet you Hobbs is watching, and he is very, very happy about this.
What a night. As we've seen, it was very much a lot better Queen Racing. As many.
Yeah, only one caution tonight for cause, I believe. And man, I think the story of the night is the heartbreak out of the camp in Rowdy Nation Racing. The 8 and the 18, both very strong cars. The 18 missing his pit box there on the final pit stop. Maybe could have contended for this race. Who knows? So yeah, heartbreak for him.
See, he's starting to burn it down here.
Burn it down, System, for his first D1 win. How about you, System? Couldn't get it last night. Almost a potential weekend sweep. He knows his way around this place. That is for sure. Keep an eye on this guy in the Division 2 points race. Hobbs, obviously the big fish for the Polaris Racing Group this off-season. Hasn't been going well so far, as the first win of the season in that 2 car comes from a sub driver. But this also means that the last 2 races have been won by Polaris Motorsports Group's drivers. Chase last week in the Southern 500, and now this week in the Pennzoil 400. It's the 2 car piloted by System tonight. Man, Polaris, all their cars missed the Daytona 500, but winning the last 2 races got to be a pretty good consolation prize. I would say so myself.
It's definitely going to be a major thing in points, as now, looking back to seeing it, definitely just a lot going into next week is, you're going to have to fact check me on what track we're at. Man,
And
It's
also,
definitely gonna-
bigger news, even bigger news, our King Nyan has returned.
He has arrived.
Give me a second. How about Polaris? They are absolutely putting on a show these last couple of weeks. Weekend sweep now for Polaris. As last night, Chase in the 35 truck, my mistake, won. Let's see, can I even... wait, I can't even do that. Hold on. Where's Joseph? Can you get Joseph's attention so we can drag him? Can you get his attention, BMR, please? I can't drag him because I don't have those perms. Actually, I'm just going to join his VC. Do you want to just do that? Go to race comps?
Yep,
Great.
that works.
All right, you got me?
Yeah.
All right, System, your winner tonight at the Pennzoil 400. System, obviously kind of a starting in a pinch, sort of a last-minute thing here. I would say definitely an underdog winner tonight. But what were your thoughts going into the race? Did you think you had any shot tonight?
I mean, D2, I rode for the trace. I almost won, but I choked at the end. So I had a lot of confidence going into this. I just raced until I couldn't. And I'm not gonna lie, at the end, they say, yo, low key, just apron ride. I got PTSD, but I'm glad I didn't. So I won.
Yeah, no apron ride needed tonight. Obviously, like I said, starting in a pinch for Hobbs, but I wouldn't say you were necessarily the dominant car tonight. You were just kind of hanging around there in the top 5 there, sort of back and forth. What do you think really catapulted you to the front there at the end?
I think it was mainly like strategy, honestly. I had pace. I just couldn't really figure out how to run the track better. So because of strategy, I was able to take my tires, only get fuel, and somehow win.
BMR, do you have any question to ask?
I mean, how'd it feel trying to? How was it just knowing that the odds was stacked against you type of situation? You had your stage winner Jackson, who was coming on a hot streak, had a very good car all night. Then you also had to deal with Queeg, who was very consistent, stayed up even when stuff didn't go his way. He stayed up there. How'd it feel just making that pass?
It felt very relieving, honestly. It was like the moment I got past him. If he could have sent it in that corner, I probably would have pulled away. And he didn't send it. I kept the lead, and I just pulled it from there on out.
All right, that is.
Well, what do you feel like's the next steps going in for next week?
It's an off week for D2. So
go for the win. I mean,
it's an off week for D2.
That's always the idea, right? Just go for a win.
So we'll see if we can see System once again in the D1 car. Definitely turn some heads tonight. System is your winner. Pennzoil 500.
Yeah.
Okay, I told. Do you got me? Do you hear me? Jackson, you got me? You hear me? Jackson, you're muted. But I know it's not your fault. Yeah, you're not server muted, Jackson. You're just personally muted. Unmute, Jackson. Wait, you hear me?
Oh. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, standing alongside with the, I don't know, are you still in game?
Yeah, I'm on top of your head.
Oh, I thought you were in your pit box, whatever. All right, standing alongside here with the 8 car of Queeg, who this doesn't feel right. Queeg, very fast car tonight. Looked like you were running away with it there in the end. What happened in those closing laps?
Well, I sold a little bit. I queeged it. I think it was a bit of loss of focus on my part, but you know, stuff like that happens. You learn from it. But I think the most important thing to take from this weekend is the second place, and I think I'm going to be leading the points after this.
I think you'll be pretty damn close. I'm pretty sure. If
I mean,
we actually for our broadcast back home, if we flash the points up on the screen right now, yeah, I believe Queeg will be pretty close to leading the points. Schmid didn't have that great of a run. Queeg obviously before this race had 41 points. Got some stage points tonight. Finished P2. Yeah, I believe we'll definitely have a new points leader. And I believe Queeg will be that guy. So yeah, just tough break there at the end. After System passed you, did you think maybe you could get back up to him, or do you think it was over from that point?
I mean, I obviously tried, but you know, he has a really quick car. Was a really quick driver for the whole race. So after he passed me, there wasn't really much chance to get by. But you know, it is what it is. I guess I'll be Mark Martin this season. Who knows?
All right, BMR, anything to ask?
Well, I mean, there's definitely a heartbreak. What made you feel? How do you feel about with everything that happened?
Honestly, I don't feel that bad. I still think it was a great points finish for me. I'm happy for System, obviously, for taking the win, but I would have obviously liked it a bit more for myself.
Well, going into next week, what's definitely your main focus going in?
Just overall consistency. I know I have the pace to lead in these cars, but it's just keeping it till the end. That's really been my problem so far.
Well, that's all I had to ask.
Wait, can you hear me now?
That's the second place finisher of Queeg. And now moving on to Queek, we will now jump to the 34 of Jackson. Jackson, your home track. I can tell you really wanted this one, man. Dominant car the first two stages. Couldn't get it done tonight. What happened there in that final stage?
I just blew it on pitch strategy. Tires were falling off a cliff, and I just couldn't get it back under control. That last stage, but it was fun though. I was having a blast. Led over 100 laps, and then car just did not want to do anything I was trying to get it to do on that last stage. So, yeah, it was fun. Just didn't bring home the win that we wanted to.
Yeah, definitely a weekend of heartbreak for CJ as he had of Jackson as he had a podium locked up last night in the truck series. Obviously got taken away post race. DMR?
Yeah, that penalty was fair. That penalty was fair.
BMR?
I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun one.
BMR? Anything?
I mean, it's definitely, I had you as one of my front runners. I knew you was going to be a very strong car all day long. I mean, what happened going into that last pit, going in for that last stage? What happened there?
Took a little bit of a gamble. We didn't go on new tires, so we won tires from stage 1. Thought we could get some track position and be able to pull away like we did in stages 1 and 2, but obviously it didn't happen, and we're stuck in third.
All right. Well,
what's the? Go ahead, Mason.
You had another question. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. But one last question: what is your main focus going into next week for truck?
It's a bye week, off week.
Is it?
Yeah, we have a week off. So
our next race is at Martinsville. So I actually, I think a better question would be to ask Jackson. When's the next time we're gonna see you in a D1 car?
I don't think for a few weeks. I'm gonna go be in Mexico, racing out there. So, hopefully we'll be back in a few weeks. Not too sure the return date. Maybe late August, but not too sure. Got a lot of things coming up outside of the road racing side of things. So, we'll be back. Hopefully more competitive than we were today.
That is Jackson. Finishes P3 tonight at his home racetrack. BMR, go back to booth for me for a second, please.
I gotcha.
All right. So that will just about do it for us from tonight here in Las Vegas. Your final finishing results: System taking the win with Queeg in second, Jackson third, Zach subbing for Trey in fourth, Crowdy able to get a 5th place finish out of an absolutely disastrous night. CJ finished 6th, Luke in 7th, April Summers 8th, Shmee in 9th, Caleb in 10th, JJ in 11th, and Sean in 12th. Both those guys a lap down. Well, definitely was an entertaining race. Clean and green through most of it. Got an upset winner. This race had a little bit of everything. Anything to add, BMR, before we go off the air?
No, I'm just ready to get some rest.
Definitely,
long night.
Definitely a long night. It seems to be getting longer here in the USCO. Lots of long nights the past few races. But I'm glad that this race went off. I wouldn't say it went off without a hitch, but definitely went a lot better than some of our other events. Definitely went a lot better than last week. So, with that being said, what a night. What a weekend here in Las Vegas as the sun sets on yet another USCL weekend. My name is Mason with BMR.